to In the Place to Be. And it's plain to see. Oh, what's going on here? Let me see if I can fix it. There we go. Gotta do something about that. What's going on, good people? It's your boy, Gaming Dad. Happy Monday before Christmas. I just want to give everybody a nice shout out. Let me see if I can get myself centered in this frame. There we go. Need to move to my right. There we go. There we go. Good people. Let me readjust myself. I still ain't quite center, but it's better than that. Got my Michigan versus everybody shirt on because, you know what, that's how I feel down here in Georgia. Everybody like, Alabama, go on beat y'all Michigan Wolverines. It'll be a good game to watch, I'll tell you that much. But beside that, what's going on, CMG? So Dave, Sonic Knuckle Tails in the building. Don't forget to get your vote on and our poll in the chat. But don't forget this Saturday. No, not this Saturday. Is it this Saturday? It is. This Saturday, the 23rd, is my big time giveaway. I'm getting everything prepared right now, so it should be. I'll be putting that video out for premiere. I get a chance. Come on through. Get your name on the board. I get about almost 10 digital items to give away. I got some physical stuff to give away. So it should be good, man. It should be a good little time. So you know what, CMG, man, if you wouldn't mind, man, just sharing the love on your channel, man. Just let people know about the 23rd at 8 p.m. is going down. Come through and get your chat on, get on the board, get the opportunity to win some goodies right before Christmas. So will be great. SOC in the building. What's going on, SOC? Dave Dub is in the building. I'm gonna go through everybody in a minute, but Sonic Knuckle Tails is in the building. SOC, will you be able to be on the Christmas chat, on the Christmas stream on Saturday, 8 o'clock? That would be dope if you could hang out with us. Yep, this Saturday. Yep, so it should be interesting. I think I had to do too much today. Today, this is Christmas break for school, so I didn't have to go to school, but I had basketball practice. And so, man, listen, I'm going through some things with my basketball team. I got a kid on my team. He's not the best, but he's super fast. What makes him a hot commodity because he is fast. But it might be. I think he's thinking he's bigger than the team, and I might have to sit him down. I ain't gonna want to do that to him, but you listen. You don't got one time to disrespect me. And I'm sorry, buddy. I'll show you, but I can tell you. So, but besides that, man, listen. Just trying to do some last minute Christmas shopping, getting that stuff out the way, and got a ton of stuff to still gift wrap. So I might be going to Ross or something to buy me some boxes because I don't get time. So on time to be wrapping a bunch of stuff. I like the boxes that already look like they're wrapped. So, I just open the lid, close it down, tape it. And they're done, But I got a lot of stuff to still wrap, though. But it's getting things together for my kids, man. My kids ain't kids no more, man. They getting old, man. My daughter got this little boyfriend and is taking up all her little time. And I know one thing. If she don't start bringing her tail home and do her chore, I don't care how old she is. She still stay in my house. She got a chore to do. Then she gonna get a different daddy. Ain't gonna be baby girl no more. It's gonna be like, hey, I told you. And I'm not going to tell you again. Well, you have to find your own way to work. Okay, all right, let me get off my high. But listen, the poll question tonight, man. You know what? We didn't attack this last week, but I definitely want to talk about it this week. Is will Nintendo release a Nintendo Switch Mini? I think it's very, very, very plausible. Now, would I buy it? I don't know. It depends on how. It's one of those things like, that may, you know what? At first, like, you know what? I remember the what is it called? The hold on one second. You know, my son is a little too loud. My bad, good people. I had to let him know he was too loud. It kind of depends. I remember when they released that. What was it? The Game Boy Advance Mini. I think that was it. Game Boy Advance Mini. And man, at first I was like, man, I'm not buying that crap. But then later on in life, I was like, oh man, I wish I could have got one of those things. So I don't know. It depends on how it's designed. How really, saying, I wouldn't call it cute, but it depends. It all depends on the functionality of it. Cause if it plays well, I think it would be dope. But once again, it's like it's one of them things, man. But yeah, we never did attack that, so we're gonna attack that a little bit tonight. How much would you be willing to pay for it? I don't know how much I'd be willing to pay for Nintendo Switch Mini. If it was like $100, I'll pick it up. 100 or less, if it comes out, they say that bad boy is $100, I'm in. Put me down. But if it's more than 100, 150, no way. Game Boy Micro, that's right. There it is. What's up, Steve? Man, listen, tell me this, Steve. How did the Bucks put 146 points on the Pistons? 100 watching basketball now, man, it's not fun to watch. And I'm not saying that because, hey, my Pistons are not winning. It's just like, I watched some other games. It's like, man, it's not competitive. It's the defensive. Oh, what's up, man? Team Carter. Oh, man, let me know, man, if my stream is tripping on me. Because right now it says it's going to knock it down, so. I gotta pull my stream up to make sure I ain't over here looking like I watched some other games. It's like, man, it looked like it. Oh, okay. I mean, I look decent, but let me know, man. If my stream tends to dip down, man, let a brother know. But yeah, man, the games are just not exciting. But I watched some college basketball over this past weekend, and man, I watched that Alabama game. And that was, man, they was getting at it. I like good basketball, but I love good defense. I've always been a fan of good defense. That's why I like that 2004 Pistons team. They just had good defense, man. Yeah, I'm a Pistons fan, but they just had, man, ain't too many teams that play defense like that. But man, these points, like even though the Pistons scored like 114 points that game, I mean that's a lot of points. But 146, man, come on, man. Don't get me wrong, man. The Bucks is good, but man, 146 points? Come on, man. I don't even remember the Bulls scoring that many. So I'm glad you got your lead. Yeah, man. Listen, remember last week? I don't know if you guys was on the stream from last week. I thought I lost my Lenovo Legion Go, and I swear, man, I'm telling you, I just like, man, I knew I put it in the car. I usually don't leave stuff, but I ended up leaving my toiletry bag. But I ended up getting that back. But I thought I left it there as well, but I forgot my son unpacked my car. And you know where it was at? It was in the garage. I happened to be going look for some to get some tissue out of the garage, and Lord, there it was, just sitting there. I was like, man, I was happy, but I was like, man, why my kids that can't just do right, put my stuff up, man. But that was a blessing, man. So I'm trying to work out some things with that. Trying to get my updates going. I'm having some issues, man, trying to update my BIOS on my Lenovo Go. So CMG might have to help me out, man. See, Steven says I have the Game Boy Micro and it was my favorite one. It's really hard to find a decent faceplate replacement though. Yeah, I heard that too. Said Jonas is fun to watch, but overall I feel you about the games. Yeah, man, it's like let's don't get me wrong. Like, even though, like, hey, I'm a diehard Pistons fan, but man, I like Giannis. I just like for what he stands for. I mean, I like a big man like that. But you know what, man, I'm still a fan of the old school way. I like a team with a center that's gonna back you down and poke one on you. You know what? But I think the NBA has made the game too offensive oriented. It just takes away from the how can I say it, from the strategy of it. You know what? You watch some of them older games like back in the 80s and 90s. It was like watching live chess, man. So speaking of defense, the Packers need to fight. Yeah, man. Listen, don't worry. Listen, I feel how you feel about Joe Barry, man, is how I feel about the Lions defensive coordinator right now. You know what? Listen, I don't know. He has his good games. What's going on, Bassett? He has a good games and he had his bad days. So you know what, man? He on the edge too. So, but yeah, I feel you. Who the Packers got this week? That's a good question. Don't forget to get people to get your opportunity, get your vote on our poll on YouTube. So will Nintendo release a Nintendo Switch Mini? I think it's very good. I would vote yes on this question because it's just another way to boost those numbers. Just like, you know what? They released a Wii Mini. They released a Game Boy Advance Mini. That was the one, though. That Game Boy Advance, because it was small. It was probably about this big. You know, it was great, man. So the Clippers scored that much points on the next. Yeah, man, come on, man. So I tell you, listen. This is how I feel legitly about sports in general. It's all rigged. I'm telling you, it's as the minute they started adding gambling to it, it's rigged. It's too rigged. I've seen too many NFL videos, too many, where like hey man, how is this ball just gonna stick to this man's glove, and he couldn't get the ball off his glove. And so he had to just like take it off. When did that happen, man? That doesn't happen, man. So you know what? Once gambling became involved into the mix, man, I was like, oh man, this not even fun to watch anymore. I was like, man, I'll stick to the high school ball, and high school basketball is dope. It's pure emotion. Is middle school is like, man, it's been tough this year coaching middle school, tough. But I won't let them run me up out of here. You say, did you get my comment about my winnings? No, I didn't. Where did you send it to, Bassett? Because I was like, because I didn't even, was it Supersonic MJ? I forgot to send his the week prior to, and I sent his out today. So what did you say? If you wouldn't mind just saying it in the chat, because I tell you, I forgot. Steven said, I don't know if my vote in the poll went through, but I can see them doing a Switch Mini, kind of like they did the DS. Yeah, I definitely can see them doing it, man. They added just a little bit. Listen, and you know what? And I think this comes probably after we get word of a Switch, of a Switch 2. Because I think a Switch Mini, man, would just do like super, super good, man. I tell you, I think it would sell. Good thing about give it to. All right, hey man, I sure will. You know what? Matter of fact, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap it. All right, listen. Matter of fact, listen. Let me see how you do it. All right, I got how many of my kids that plays? Okay, I have 4 kids, and I'm see. I know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna give them all numbers. Let's see. All right, Bowser, do me a favor, man. Just give me a give me a number between 1 and 4. If you give me a number between 1 and 4, and whatever that number is, that child will get that card. I got their names written down right here. But I'll put them out of order. I didn't want to put them in order of their age. So Bowser said, give it to your kids. Quay 311 says, your place in Porter collecting dust yet? It is. It is. You know what? I tried to play it the other night, but I had these connection issues. It's like it wouldn't connect. I was like, wait, what's going on, man? So I'm going to try it again tonight because I said, you know what? After the stream, I'm going to play me some Final Fantasy 4. All right. Listen, give my son Josh will get it. Absolutely. That's dope, man. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. I'm gonna make sure he get it. I'm gonna put it from Bassett 24/7 YT. He said Merry Christmas. See, so yeah, man. You know what? I'm gonna talk about that for a minute. That excuse my voice, man. Listen, from coaching, man, and I'm having some sinus issues. I only have sinus issues, man, when I start to drink milk, and I haven't been drinking milk for say, but I have been. I had some macaroni and cheese, and I had some eggnog. Oh man, I love eggnog. Eggnog is the best, man, but I can't drink too much of it. If I drink too much of it, then it starts to mess with my sinuses. Hey, Geeky, let me get you on the board. Happy holidays to you, Vic. Listen. I know I'm saying y'all comments, and I like to go through them, but I'm tripping. All right, let's see. All right, Geeky. Get Vic name on here real quick. So, Vic, how are things going? How are you and your lovely wife? The Roman Victor. All right. So yeah, man. Listen, it has been collecting dust. And I hope that I can get it together because I like the experience, though. I mean, I dug the experience being in my bed and having my PlayStation on. But, man, something got to change, man. And then another thing is like, you know what? If I'm a physical media guy, so I don't buy a lot of stuff digital, especially on my PS5. So if I want to play a different game, man, if it's not download, I got to come downstairs and change the game and then go upstairs. I'm like, oh, I don't know about that. But I do like it. You know what? I do like it for what it is. Let's see. CMG said, definitely looking to help with you with the Legion Go update situation. Yeah. He says, which issues are you having to update? I want to update the BIOS so I can switch it to 6. I want to switch my memory to 6 gigabytes. And so, like, I was able to update the BIOS when I first got it. But then I tried to do it again and it gave me some issues. So don't forget a couple of things, good people. Listen, hey, this Saturday, 8 p.m., Christmas stream, we're going down. Big time giveaway. I tell you, I got about 10, between 9 and 10 digital items to give away. I got some physical stuff to give away. Don't know the total yet, but you know what, man? Listen, if you come through, it's a good chance you probably will leave out with something. So, tell your friends, man, and I'll probably set that thing up tonight and get it out there so you guys can chime in and RSVP and things of that nature. So, all right, let me go down there. Bowser picked number 4 for my son, Joshua. Let's see. Kiki says, hey, Kiki. The Roman Victor says, happy holidays. Butternose, what's going on, my brother? Kiki says, hey, what are you saying? Kiki. Butternose said, Gaming Dad said, eggnog, and I was summoned. Man, I do, man. I love eggnog, man. Eggnog is delicious. And I'm not a drinker, alcohol drinker, and I don't drink it with alcohol. I just drink it, I go buy it, have some cookies, and call it a day. He said, and I was summoned. That was funny. Now, so don't forget, and then also don't forget to vote in the polls. With Nintendo release a Nintendo Switch Mini, currently it's 25% says yes and 75% says no. CMG says, good old PlayStation Portal. You know what though? I do like it though. But shout out to Steve M. Steve M sent me something on Discord. I gotta figure out how to download that app, because I would thoroughly prefer to play it on my Steam Deck, to be honest. Yeah. Matter of fact, CMG, let me ask you a question, man. Listen, do you have these issues? And maybe it's just me. I tell you, with my Lenovo Go, it takes so long for stuff to load up. That's the one thing I hate about it, and one thing I love about the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck is just like the Switch. If I'm playing a game and I cut the system off, if I cut the system back on, I'm right into the game. I don't have to wait for nothing. I don't need to wait for nothing to reboot. I'm right into it. And I love that aspect. I hope, I wish, and pray that I'm able to someday, somehow do it with my Lenovo Go. Because I like the size of, for some reason, I like the size of it. Seriously, wait a minute. You have to download the game on the PS5 in order to work. No, you don't have to. So, like, for instance, I'm playing Final Fantasy 16, but I have the disc. The disc is in there. But if I have more digital games, then I can switch to those digital games on my PlayStation Portal. But if I have 2 physical games, then I got to take that game out and then put the other game in, and then, it becomes an issue. He said that's bad. CMG said there's an update today for the Legion Go. It's so much better now, especially dead zone fixes. Okay. So I gotta get it download. Now listen, is it like a BIOS download or just like a Windows download? So working on a video now about it. Okay, got you. It says second entry allowed. Yes, sir. Second entry is allowed. Supersonic Michael J. Got you on the board. Basil said, I am happy with Dead by Daylight. They put FSR options for 60 frames per second, and you can sharpen the graphics so there's less Vaseline. Oh, it's on the Switch. Okay. He says, my Portal is a backbone controller for my phone. I have issues just playing games on my phone. And I think that probably would be the legit way to play, to have a backbone and be able to kind of, get in there with some controllers. But then, I get so many messages, man. I wouldn't have a good gaming experience. Excuse me. So I believe Lenovo has to update that for better download speeds. Okay. So Windows download is for Legion space. Okay. I'm gonna get to it, man. Listen, I got basketball practice tomorrow, and basketball practice I got open gym on Wednesday from 12 to 3. So after that, I got a couple of the jobs I got to do, but, I'm pretty much coasting all the way into Christmas. Let's see. All right. So yeah, man, the PlayStation Portal, man, is slowly but surely becoming, at obsolete, especially if I can get this app to download on my Steam Deck. And then really, then it's out. Then it's gonna be an issue. But I will say about the PlayStation Portal that I do like. I like having the PlayStation feedback at the controllers options and the feel of their controller. I do like that. But is it worth $20? Nope. Nope, it's not worth $20. But I think if you all in on PlayStation, that's the only thing you got, then I think it's worth it. That's how I look at it. If you only rock with PlayStation and that's the only thing that you rocking with, then it's a nice accessory to have. But if you got multiple controllers and gaming devices, nope. Can't even recommend it, buddy. Can't do it. But a nice says, I could do eggnog if it's mint flavor. Oh my, ugh, that mint. Then I just pretend it's sweet ice cream. You know what? I have an issue with mint. You know, like I can have mint in my tea. You know, at Panera Bread got this drink, man, that I get all the time. It's like a watermelon mint drink. Oh man, it's super good for me. I like it. But I have an issue with mint. I'm gonna tell you a story. I'm gonna take you way back to a brother was 8th grade. So I was in 8th grade, man. I used to date this girl named Felicia, and I was really good. I was a good boyfriend to Felicia, and all her friends loved the fact that I would get up in the morning and walk to her house and then walk her to school. I'm old school, right? And I would do it every day. And after school, I would walk her to school, then come back and go do my paper route. I did it every day faithfully. And the girls loved. I would hold her hand, hold her books. You know, I was that guy. But once me and her broke off, all of her friends, when I say all of her friends were trying to get with me. So one day, it was a half day, and one of her friends, I'm not gonna say her name, kissed me. You know, we outside playing around. She just kind of just walked up. She was like, you know what? I've always wanted to do this, and just flat out kissed me, but she could not kiss, and she had double mint in her mouth. When I say her tongue went all over my face, I wasn't by my house, so I had double mint sugar stuck all over my face, and I had to wear that for like 2 hours. I was so mad. Oh my goodness. And so ever since the 8th grade, man, I will never ever chew mint gum. Never. I'm like, nope, won't do it. Double mint. Oh, if I see double mint, man, I'm like, man, you better get that trash away from me. That was it. That tarnished me so bad as a kid. But man, she could not kiss. I was like, what are you doing? The tongue go here. She was all like, I was like, girl, if you don't calm yourself down. See, but okay, I'm gonna tell you some more of the story. So years later, I'm in college and I'm home for the summer, and I'm working for Chrysler. And I worked for Chrysler. I was putting on bumpers on Dodge Ram trucks. And so one day, you know, I would go to work early in the morning. I had to be there at 6, and I would get off like around 3. I had a morning shift. And so after I would get off work, I would just, on my way home, there was a gym called Powerhouse. I'll go to Powerhouse Gym. I would get my workout on, and then, you know, I would go home and, you know, eat me some food and go to sleep because I had to be right back up, right? So I'm at the gym one day, and look who's there. The chick that kissed me all over the face, she there. But she looked like a straight dude. She looked like a straight dude. Oh, my God. I mean, listen, man, her back was bigger than my back. And I got a big back. But her back was like, I was like, oh. And she was like, hey, Dave. She was like, hey, Dave. I was saying, she was like, hey, Dave, how you doing? How things been going? I was like, I'm all right. What's going on? How you doing? I want to say her name, but I'm not going to say her name. Because she could be watching and be like, this mother effer. I'll come over there and beat him up. But, man, she was huge, man. It's like her face was the same, but her body was like, God damn. I mean, like, like, I was like, dang, man. Like, what's going on here? Oh, man. What's going on? Cool Breezy. Oh, Cool Breezy taking it easy. For Sheezy, my kneesy. Merry Christmas, my brother. Merry Christmas. Let me get Cool Breeze on the board. Cool Breeze. Don't forget, man, this Saturday, man. This Saturday, 8 p.m. We're doing the giveaway, man. Come on through, man. Just come on and say what's up to your boy, man. Let me give you something. Bless you with something for Christmas. Quentin says sensory recall is crazy. It's amazing the mind remembers. Yeah, man. Listen, you had to quit. It was just the mint. That mint triggers that. Listen, that happened, man. Listen, hold on. That had to happen over 30 years ago. This happened over 30 years ago. And so, man, that experience right there, man, I was traumatized. I was traumatized. Geeky, I'm telling you, listen, I still remember the anguish. And at this time when this happened, it was hot outside. It's like, if you know anything about the North, about Detroit, like it gets hot, but it don't get hot like this. This day was hot. It was like maybe like in the high 80s, like 88, which is nothing compared to being down here in Georgia or in Texas. But it was, in Detroit, it was hot. And I just remember having that on my face. Like, I just want to go home and scrub. I got home, and we had remember Dial soap, the orange block. And man, I wet this bar of soap, and I just took the soap all over my face. I ain't used no rag. I was just like, get off me. My mom was like, what is you doing? I said, nothing, Mama. I just got something sticky on my face. She was like, huh? My mom walked away. My mama was a smoker. She'd be like, and walked away. Oh man, shout out to my mama, man. I loved. Boy, that was a good woman right there. She was good. It's amazing how many of how I discipline my children comes from my mama, boy. So much fun. Hey. Oh, A5. Hey, Kel, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Don't be laughing at me, though. Don't be laughing. I got all kind of jokes. Let me tell you, like, listen, this is my friend Raquel. We went to college together. And she is a wonderful, she's an alpha angel. And one of my favorite alpha angels. And I am a man of alpha. That's right, Kiku. Ha ha. And I had to I was able to, okay, I want to say this the right way. I was one of her, I pledged her. When she went through her process, I was one of the people that pledged her. And man, she always made sure that we was taken care of, though. Like, even to this day, like, even she is a grown adult, she's out there doing her thing. She got, kids of her own. She still looks out for Alpha. And so I just love her to death. She's one of my favorites. So Merry Christmas. All right, good people. Listen, yeah, that's right. 100. Facebook in the building. I need to lock this screen before I tear something up. I'm always doing something I ain't not supposed to. All right, there we go. All right, so let's see. Hey, listen. Let me put it on screen. And I love you back. You know what? All of y'all. So let's Raquel. This is a gaming channel, and so I was just reminiscing about some traumas that I had in my life, dealing with, and it all sprung off of dealing with mint. One of my boys said, cause I like eggnog, and he's like, man, I have eggnog if I had some, if it was mint flavor, and then it'd be like soupy ice cream. But I like eggnog. I like not the regular eggnog. If you go to the store, it's the eggnog that's in the red bottle. They got a black bottle and then there's a red one. They only said that at Walmart. Only said a certain time of year. I had the red bottle one. That's my jam. I wake up in the middle of the night, 3-4 in the morning, and had to get me a cup in. But I can't drink it as much because, man, I'm telling you, that's my sinus. But as soon as he said mint, boy, that my mind went right back to being in the 8th grade. I'm not gonna say her name, but boy, she kissed me with that double mint gum in her mouth, and she licked me all on my face. I was like, what is she doing? I was like, hey, you ever had to have somebody? You ever had to date somebody? And you had to train them how to kiss? Like, hey, right here. Like you didn't watch the stories, girl. That's how I learned how to kiss, off the stories. I was like, what's the stories? The soap operas. That's how I learned how to kiss. That and a mirror. I'm releasing too much information. All right, good people, listen, let's get back to the getting back. Don't forget, matter of fact, Raquel, listen, hey, let me go ahead and put this up. I don't know before you get up out of here. I know you're a busy woman, got things to do. But let me show you something. Hey, listen, this is my my wheel here. Let me move this over here. Boop. Boop. Move over there. All right, so this is my wheel. I give out a free Nintendo eShop card every Monday night. And so I don't know if you got kids that play Nintendo Switch, but you know what? Hey, Raquel. By you chiming in tonight, you are on the board. Mess that all up. Now, Raquel, is Jackson your maiden name or your married name? Because if I'd have known your last name was Jackson, I probably had all kind of jokes for you. Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. I'll say, well, good. Listen, you saying yes to what? Yes, you got the Nintendo Switch. You got kids, because your kid, you know what? You can get. I can send you the code, and your kids. Like if you win tonight, then you can pop it. CMG says my mother loves that damn soap operas. Soap barbers. What's soap barbers? She's been watching them since I was soap operas. Man, listen, my mom, that was her thing. I remember. I'm going down memory lane. I remember being in kindergarten, and I had a regimen. Back in those days, when you was in kindergarten, you didn't go to school the full day. You went to school a half a day. You went to school half a day, and then you came home. You either went the first half or the second half. And I went the first half. I would come home, and like clockwork, my grandma would cook me some sausage and some eggs and some jelly toast. And after that, we would sit. We would watch The Price is Right, and then we would watch soap operas. All the way, listen to me, all the way to 3 o'clock. I knew them all. You got to switch. All right, excellent. So you listen, hey, if you win tonight, I'll make sure, listen, because I know you're a busy woman, but I know if you win tonight, that I'll make sure you get your code. I'll take a picture of it and send it to you. That's usually how I do it. So you'll be good. See, you forgot my name on the wheel. Did I forget CMG? I did, my brother. My bad. I'm gonna say that's why we double check. CMG is on there. I thought I put it on there. I didn't. I must have said. If anybody else, you see the wheel right now. If your name is not on the wheel right now, make sure. Let me get you on the wheel, because I want to give you every opportunity. Don't forget, good people. Listen, on Saturday, the 23rd, your boy's going live on everywhere. Okay, yeah, you guys, I got you.
Your Google Home isn't set up yet. To get started, download the Google Home app on a phone or tablet.
Thanks, Google. They didn't ask you that. But this Saturday, 8 p.m., I'm giving out tons of gifts, tons of digital items, some physical stuff. And I hope that, maybe you could just dip your head in. If you dip your head in and say, hey, what up, frat? I'll be like, hey, what's going on? I'll put you on the wheel. And I can get you in when you fit in. So if you got just a little time, 8 o'clock, close to Christmas, and I'll probably be rapping and doing all the good stuff. Holla at your boy. All right. CMG said, yeah, soap operas. I mean, a lot. LOL. Gotcha. Basil said, I'm tempted to get the X Real. Man, I am too. I'm going to tell you why I'm tempted to get these glasses. Because I kind of just wanted this. I wanted to sit and chill and play my games. I want to be able to go in my bed, cut it on, and get to work. Like, hey, and have it big. I want that experience. That's the reason why I'm so thinking about getting those Apple glasses. Oh man, I'm thinking about. I want me a pair of them things bad. I just don't know I want to pay $3,000 for them though. I've paid more for cameras, but see, I can see the benefit in paying more for a camera, because I can use that camera to make money off of. I just don't know how I can flip the script and be able to make money off those Google glasses. They'll probably make my life a lot easier. I mean, I can only imagine. It's like, you know what? I really don't need a TV. I just need me a lounge chair. Now I just sit back in my chair and I can watch all my content right there. Okay, that's a whole nother story. But yeah, Basil, I am really, really thinking about getting those glasses as well. Listen, I just got to make a decision. I gotta pull that trigger probably within the next 2 days. I won't pull that trigger. I don't need it, but I want them. It's a difference. You ever been in a situation before, like, man, I really don't need this, but man, I want it. I be in them situations all the time. Like, every time I go to Best Buy, I'm like, ooh, That's how I sound when I go down there. Ooh, man, I could. That's why Best Buy is like my favorite store. Best Buy my favorite store, man. I love Best Buy. Hey, good people, listen, if you're on YouTube, don't forget to get your vote on. And quick little public service announcement. I know I be looking at me like, man, he switches gears so fast. It's like my brain got ADHD. I won't claim that in the name of Jesus, but I will say when I see something, I'll be like, oh, let me talk about it real quick. Don't forget to get your vote on. Will Nintendo release a Nintendo Switch Mini? Period. Will it? I think they will. Don't forget to get your vote on if you're on YouTube. All right, but back to these glasses. Who did Switch Force did a kind of a review of him. He did an okay review of it. I need to watch some more in-depth videos of it to kind of get an idea on the direction. Like, you know, I really would like to know, like, man, is it worth it? That's why I need to figure it out. Like, I would hate to buy it and be like, oh man, this not even worth it, man. I hate doing that. I hate when I buy tech and I'm like, man, this is not even. This is garbage. Hold on, man. I'm trying to close this little thing here. Tripping on me. All right, well, maybe not. Oh, there's gonna be some issues. Come on now. Quit. I need to close. Hold on, good people. I'm trying to figure this thing out. It's not letting me. I mean, I'm gonna have to roll. I'm gonna have to roll with what I got. Dang, man, I hate when that happens. Hold on, good people. I'm trying my best. What's happening is I click this button and now it shows the screen, and the screen is blocking another screen, and it won't close. Oh, there it is. Ha ha. Ooh, starting to feel the pressure. All right. So, let me get into, see if we can get into some news. Hop off of here real quick. I didn't pick out a whole lot of. To be honest, it's news, but it's not like a lot that I've like. Oh man, I want to talk about. There's a few things that I kind of want to talk about, but it's not a whole lot. But this was one of them for sure, because we talked about this before, and we kind of had the writing on the wall, like we know this is coming. But man, $70, man, does seem like a lot. But I mean, I think people have pretty much well adjusted it now to $70, even with dealing with like your PS5 and your Xbox games. So you know what? It's a I mean, if every game is $70, I'm gonna have an issue. It may be the big ticket items. You know, that's where like some of these indie games should come in and be, really be competitive, especially if they're good. But man, I guess I'm going to hate it, but I would wish they would keep it around $60. To me, $60 is a good point, man. Even if they went to like $65, I think I wouldn't mind. But $70, man, this extra $10, man, that's a lot. Like, I buy a lot of games, so you know what? To me, like, if it's $70, man, then this will work. Games can be $70. However, we should have the right to return those bad boys within 24 hours. Even if they opened, we got 24 hours from when we buy it to be able to go home, play that game. If it's just trash, we should be able to return it within 24 hours. Then I wouldn't mind paying $70 because I was like, all right, I'm going to go home and test this game. I'm going to see how it is. And then if I don't like it, I'm going to ship it back. Like, nah, this ain't it. This ain't worth $70. That to me, it's going to stop a lot of people from buying games from day one. That's what's going to happen. A lot of games, even now, people are not buying games day one because you know what? If I pay $70 for a game, then that game better be damn complete. I'm not paying $70 for a game and then I got to go and wait for updates. No, man, put the whole damn thing on the cartridge. I got to stop that. I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Lord. But put the whole game on the cart or on a disc. I don't want to have to be like trying to figure things out. No, man, that ain't right. Show me what's going on. Put everything on the disc, and then I feel better about paying $70. But I ain't paying $70 to go through this generation again. All the updates you're gonna have just to get the game run right. No, don't release it unless it's run right. That to me, listen, that should be the standard. They would hate that because some of these games you can beat in less than 24 hours. Yeah. 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 Maybe they can do something like, hey, only a certain part of the game is unlocked. If you go past this point, then you got to pay the whole price. I don't know. I'm just done thinking out loud, but man, I know one thing. If I say, hey, in that generation with the Nintendo Switch, what did you hate the worst? I hate downloading updates. I want the games to go back to put the whole, if it's flawed, then it's flawed. Put the whole game on the cart and keep it pushing. Quality test your games. If you want me to pay $70, fine, I'll pay $70. But make sure that this stuff, make sure it's worth $70. Like, I think we all can agree Tears of the Kingdom was worth $70. Spider-Man 2 was worth $70. But I don't want to pay $70 if I got to keep update. Like, what is that one game? Cyberpunk. Man, it took them a whole year to get that game right. I don't want that experience. That should be, to me, that should be a mandate. Don't release games unless they're complete. Then on top of that, you know what? I want the whole game on the cart. So if we look at, like, this is a spinoff of this story here. Where's that Sony story? Where's that Sony? I thought I had that Sony story ready. Let's see. Let me see. Hold on, man, baby here. Oh man, I saw that story earlier. However, Sony has it's a story going on right now that Sony is thinking about not allowing you to be able to sell your games. If you have a PS5, that you can't sell your games back without their permission, which is some bull. So then it really turns the PlayStation into a rental system. You're not paying $70 to own the game. You're paying $70 to play the game unlimited. And when it's all said and done, you got to give it back. That's the issue. That's why I'm so against digital media, because that'll be to me that's a major issue. Like, I'm not paying you to rent nothing. This ain't Netflix. Now, if I was paying a subscription service and it's like, hey man, you can, any game that comes out you can play, you just pay $50 a month. Well, then I'd be about that. I'm like, all right, fine. You can have my $15 a month, because I know I'm gonna play. You know what? When I want to play, when I want to play it. But for you to say, hey, you're gonna pay $70 for this game, and you can't sell it back. No, it should be my property at that standpoint. Steam does their refund based on time played or how long you've had it. Yeah, and I think that's a dope. I think that's crazy dope. And it's one of the reasons why I really like Steam's ecosystem, because no matter what system I buy, no matter what upgrade I have, I can still go back and play what's ever in my library, no matter what the system is. I don't know how they do it, what kind of voodoo magic they do, but I think that's dope. I love that return system because, hey, you know what? If you do get a game, if you haven't played it that long, you're like, man, this ain't it. You can they'll give you a refund. And to me, that's how it should be. Like, hey man, if I get a game and it's broken off the jump, then I should be getting my money back. Remember back in the day, you could play some games for free at the store. Oh yeah, at the display demo. That was the kind of I tried before that. I look. That was it. It made you want to go to that store. But now with the internet, and now with the ability for games to have free demos on the system, that kind of experience kind of went away. The digital area kind of really killed a lot of the things that made our kind of childhood kind of great. Yeah, that was great. That was good times. Going to Toys R Us and playing on a kiosk. Yeah. You go and try that game, like, oh man, and they only give you like a quick little time with it. You be like, all right, I'm hooked. I remember doing Mario 64 like that, and having the opportunity to play it was like, oh man, this is it. Cannot wait. And it was an instant pre-order. They have some kiosks still, like Nintendo Switches still have some, but those were the days. CMG said, did you get a Steam Deck OLED, Geeky? That's a good question, Geeky. Inquiring minds would like to know. And how so? Okay, he's talking to Geeky. He says, nah, I barely use my Steam Deck. Plus, too close to Christmas. Kids' gifts are priority. Okay, so Geeky, listen. Without giving too much away, what was the big gift that Ben wanted for Christmas? My kids are all over the place. My kids, they be like, they were all over the place with some of their gifts. Like my daughter was simple, but my sons was asking for stuff like, man, come on, man, you not getting that. I don't have that. All I want is a gaming PC. I bet you do. I say, but you're not getting one, buddy. CMJ said, X Real R2 glasses. What are those? Oh man, you should go check them out. That's definitely some videos you should definitely watch, CMG, for sure. He says, Nintendo released the info on the Switch 2 already. Did they? Are you saying, are you inquiring? Because I don't think so. Let's see, Nintendo Switch 2. Let's see what pops up. Nah, I don't think so. If it is, you know what? Let's go to Google real quick. Let's see. Add another link. Let's see. Listen. You know what? The question I'm thinking about this story right here. Let's see if this Nintendo Switch 2 may not be able to play GTA 6. Here's why. I won't answer that question until we eventually figure out what we dealing with. We just don't know what they put into the system to even make that happen. So, but I don't know. Let's see. Looks like Nintendo Switch 2 is real and might be better than we even imagined. What is? Oh, no, this is a long time ago. This is an old article. I won't dip into that one. All right, we can go back to this wheel. Come back here. Boom, 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 boom. All right. So let me read some of these comments real quick. Kate said, "Cause stream is playing on living room TV." Oh, you right? Cause I'll be like, and Ben wanted what? He want a trip to Nintendo World. What? Think CMG is talking Nintendo patent or for AR type glasses. You know what? Okay, if Nintendo went that route, I think it would be a good route. They would have to have some. It had to be quality, and I don't think it's something you can pack in with a Switch. But it's something like, you know what, will be a dope accessory. Like if they had that, and then they had some AR glasses to go with it, and the AR glasses was of quality. I think it would be a home run for Nintendo. That any game you play can be played in AR. I mean that right there would be a wonderful 1-2 punch for Nintendo. I would love to see that happen, to be honest. I just don't think Nintendo, I don't think they would do that. I mean I think eventually, but not at launch, but I would love it. Absolutely love it. Let's see. Let me Quake says we won't hear anything until mid-January earliest. Companies are hibernating for the holiday. Yeah, you're right. That's why the news cycle is so dreadful right now. You know, so people are really scraping for, really scraping for news, and it's one of the things like if we hear something, we hear something. I just want. Oh, matter of fact, I heard Nintendo got a dope sale going on right now. It's a couple little eShop games I wouldn't mind having, but once again, it's like man. I'm trying to conserve my buying experience because I know, like we all know, like that Switch is coming out next year. Is anybody going to New York with me? I'm going to New York, buddy. I am going. The minute they say, "All right, this is the release date," buddy, I'm planning my tickets. I'm getting everything together. I think the last time I went to New York, I purposely made sure that I didn't stay far from the Nintendo store, and I was able to. Where my hotel was, we was able to walk to it. We thought that was dope. We thought the Best Buy in New York was dope too. That was a dope experience. If you haven't been to New York, man, I'm telling you, it's definitely an experience you gotta put on your calendar. All right, so let's switch gears and go back to these save stories. Some of them are kind of quick. So, Mortal Kombat 1 crossplay release window confirmed, but there's no mention of Switch, and I don't think it is. I don't think this is gonna be a crossplay with the Switch. I don't think it's gonna happen. And you know what? If it is gonna happen, it's gonna happen via an update for whatever Nintendo Switch 2 comes out. You can find out a lot of these games re-release themselves on the Switch. Now, this is going to anger me as a gamer. If all these games that Nintendo currently has, this large Switch library, just all of a sudden get these updates that you can repurchase, that would anger me. I'd be like, man, I'm just not. I'd be like, man, nope, I'm not buying it. And then what would really make me mad is that if it's not truly backwards compatible, that was light off like the pants on fire right there. Quay says, my Game Pass expired. I will probably upgrade to PS Extra once the holiday backlog is cleared. I need to pick up Pikmin 4 for the kids. Yep, you're right. I forgot about that one. Ooh, that might be a last minute pickup. All right, so they haven't asked for much this year. They got a dog last year. Yeah, you know what? My kids haven't asked for a whole lot either this year. Just all the typical stuff you would ask for, the Spider-Mans, the Marios, stuff like that. But nothing like over the top, except for my son who wants me on the gaming PC. I said, no, you got a whole gaming job now. You work for McDonald's. You might well go ahead and start saving your money, buddy. Build your own PC. That's what I said to him. But you know what? But he still like he asked for stuff that was like, you know, he got taken care of. But some stuff I was like, buddy, man, hold on, man. I go to work every day. Man, what is it about kids, man? They just think like, you know what? They be thinking like with me and my wife, we like, oh man, we guys are rich. I was like, man, no, you don't. You see these bills? They get paid every month. They just think internet is for free. They think, man, this is why I just cut my phone on. It's there. Kids, man, you gotta love them. All right. So you know what? I still have not played Mortal Kombat. And there's a reason why. Because if I get, it's too many fighting games out here. I would like to play Street Fighter, but I'm really waiting on Tekken. I'm picking up that boy day one. You know what? We did not talk about. Did we talk about the death of E3? We never. I don't know if we did. We talk about the death of E3 last week. But I'm kind of sad. You know what? And I think you know what. The majority of us who really pay attention to video game news should be sad because you know what? And I kind of hope they come back. They figure out some way to come back in a strong way. Because I think having everything centered about that time of the year kind of it kind of was like our video game holiday. My memories of E3, man, I used to always make sure that day I always took off. No matter what job I was working that day. Matter of fact, I remember because every year it would happen in the summer, and I would be teaching summer school. But that was that day. I was like, I can teach summer school. I just gonna be gone this day. You know, summer school paid great money. I was like, this day here, I won't be here. Like clockwork. And I would chill. I would either get me, you know, some pizza or something like that, man. And I wouldn't move. I would be there all day. I wasn't doing nothing for nobody. I wasn't taking nobody nowhere. No, go ask your mama. And I would set up. I would make sure they know, like, hey, daddy not doing none of this with y'all today. You can come down there and watch daddy. You can watch it on screen with daddy. But don't be asking me no questions. Don't be talking. None of that. Shh, quiet. And you know what? They was cool with that. And I love that time of year. It was like my Christmas in the summer. And to have that go away is kind of sad. Now, don't get me wrong. I know Jeff Keighley is doing his thing, and that's a whole other issue in itself. But I kind of just like this having them presentations and know that we getting games. It's like I think that experience. I think in the end, when we look back on things, we're gonna find out that a lot of people truly enjoyed E3 and that experience and gonna crave for it to return. The Jeff Keighley thing is okay, but my issue is all the extra stuff. I want you talking to nobody. I don't want to see no performances. I don't want nobody. I don't want to do none of that. Just give me the games. Boom, 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 boom. You can have you look and at the end have a little expert panel that kind of review everything and call it a day. That's all we want as gamers. Bring back X Play. Remember X Play? X Play was that was a good show. That was my show. I love X Play. Boy, oh boy. I was sad when that went away. But I'm really sad that E3 go because I never got to experience a real E3. That one year they canceled E3, another company picked it up called E for All. And we was able to get tickets and go. And we went out there and had a good time. They had Nintendo was out there representation. That Smash Brothers Brawl for the Wii. That game was, you know what? Well, that was like the big tournament game, and you know, I got to see and participate in that tournament. And I had a good time, but I never got to an official E3. So, and the year that I paid for my ticket, here come COVID, and American president shares his quick thoughts about the end of E3. I want to read the whole article. Let me give me a sip of water before I start. My voice getting a little raspy. All right, it says the Entertainment Software Association announced yesterday that E3 is now officially dead and it is unlikely to return, which brought about a number of posts on social media from those in the video game industries. One of those is Nintendo of America President Doug Bowser, who reiterated that the event had an incredible impact on the game industry and had a number of unforgettable moments. He concluded by saying that it had a good run. Let's see. It says for over 2 decades, E3 had an incredible impact on the gaming industry. It's hard to overstate the number of unforgettable moments that it gave us all. What a run! So you know what? I'm telling you, at the end of the day, what makes E3 special is that, and what made E3 special for me is and what I liked about E for All is going out there and having the opportunity to play the games and having these games and be in line to play games that was like, it took you like hours to play. Like that year I went was the year that Metal Gear Solid 4 was going to come out. And I got to play that early, and that was dope. Oh man, that was dope, man. That was like one of the best experiences ever. I had quite a few, and on E3 related, I had an experience where before the PS Vita, the original PS Vita, before that came out, PlayStation was going across the different cities across the country and showcasing the system before you got an opportunity to play it. And they came to Atlanta, and I made sure I got down there. I still have, because they was giving out these PlayStation Vita shirts, and I still have to this day my PlayStation Vita shirt. And to be able to play Uncharted on a handheld device was super dope. And that was another experience I would never forget. They had a ton of people, but it was in a really like nice, cozy environment with a ton of systems, and to have it in your hand and play around with it. I kind of wish at that time I was a YouTuber, because that'd have been some dope content, dope. But those kind of hands-on experience, man, you just can't replicate. Yeah, everything is going online, but it's different when you can be able to touch it in your hand and see it in person. It's a different experience, man. So I would miss that. Dave Dub says, I love X-Play, man. That show was amazing. I forgot about it until you mentioned it. Yeah, X-Play was my thing, man. That ain't Attack of the Show, but X-Play was the show, man. I was like, man, listen, I wish there was another show, 'cause, yeah, you got YouTubers who do their things for about 18, sometimes 10 minutes or whatever. But it's different when you have a show that, that captivates you for a half an hour or an hour, and it's strictly about content and really some really good investigative work. We just don't have those kind of options anymore on the video game landscape. If it's another YouTuber who does that kind of like, because X-Play was like a real show, it was entertaining, but they also had like, I like the reviews of certain games. Like, hey, they let you know the preview. Like, hey, we're gonna review these games here, and they kind of go through it. It was dope, man. You just don't get that no more. What did Baz say? Oh, is it Think Gen? Oh, okay. What? I thought he said something else. Okay, so rest in peace, E3, man. Listen, you was a great part of my life growing up as a kid. I love reading about E3 and EGM magazines when I was a kid. Cause that was the big thing. You knew E3 was going on, but you didn't really hear about it until, a month later when EGM was kind of say, hey, it was an E3 blowout, and you made sure that you went to the store and bought that magazine because you knew for sure you was gonna get some good information. They don't have that kind of stuff no more. Technology, that made it so simple that it takes the life out of it. That's one thing about technology. It's a good thing, and we love it, and I'm able to do some things that I've never could do before. But when it comes to like what made video games special for me as a kid, it's kind of like, just kind of ate that up, took it away from us. Let's see this. Let's read this story. So Nintendo Switch 2 reveal is imminent, teaser insider. Okay, first of all, I don't believe this to be true, but I would read it anyway. Either the reveal of Nintendo's next console, which is widely believed to be an upgraded model of the Nintendo Switch, could be unveiled in the very near future. Throughout the entirety of 2023, fans have continued to wonder and ask when Nintendo reveal its next console. Currently, Nintendo itself hasn't even confirmed that it's working on this success. Yes, they have. Although, hold on, what's the name of this? Oh, this is December 13th. Yes, they have. So Nintendo said, now with 2023 winding down, a new rumor has suggested the Nintendo Switch 2 could be shown off very early next year. Okay. Let's address that. I believe it will be dope that it happened, but Nintendo they're not really being very predictable of late. So I don't know, man. I think it will be smart to reveal, and then I think it would be dope to reveal, and then come March you release. I think that would be dope. I just don't think it's going to happen. I think it might. It depends on how fast. It depends on how well they do this holiday. This holiday season, the sales on the Switch, it's going to dictate. That'll tell me more. So, like, if we don't hear nothing and it comes from, because matter of fact, I think their financials, they don't report on their financials for 2020. Their next financials for the sales over Christmas doesn't happen until the end of January. Because at the end of January, we'll know how well they did over the Christmas break. If they done well, then you know what? It can very well get pushed off until June, because Nintendo, they make a hand over fist on the Switches. So you know they don't necessarily need to. They can let that anthem kind of build up. So don't forget, good people, if you're on YouTube, get your vote on. Will Nintendo release a Nintendo Switch Mini? Get your vote on. All right, let me continue reading the story. It says, according to the recent blog by Zippo, who is a Nintendo insider, has had accurate info in the past, the Nintendo Switch 2 is set to be shown off to the public for the first time within the next 2 months. Okay, man. Okay. I think this is logical. Yeah, well, I think we probably will see it by the end of February. We probably will see it. So I say this is pretty logical. If true, this means the Nintendo Switch 2 would be revealed no later than early part of February 2024. As for the form in which this reveal would take place, further details were not shared. With the previous Switch model, though, Nintendo announced the platform with an initial trailer showing what the console was capable of, while also diverging its release window. As such, the same sort of announcement could happen once again with the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's talk about that. I don't think Nintendo absolutely needs a trailer, to be honest. I don't think they need to go the same pathway as the original Switch, because they had to do it that way with the original Switch, because they had to kind of gauge the market. They had to have a real strong media campaign, because they was coming off of, hey, how do I get more developers to develop for this platform after they're being burnt for the Switch. So you know what, they had a lot to get there. So that's going to be very interesting to see how that kind of unfolds. So let's see where we at. So even though this rumor could be valid, it is important to take it with being outlined with a major grain of salt for the time being. It is all likelihood Nintendo plans with its next console might not even be nailed down initially just yet, which means that this reveal window could easily shift. Right, easily. That's why it's kind of really hard with like when the Switch came out, you had a small pocket of YouTubers. And you know what? You didn't get it wasn't a whole lot of noise. All right. But now, like, I wouldn't call myself a part of this this noise racket, but there's a lot more people reporting on Switch, and they get their opinions, and it's hard to really narrow it down because it's so many people got something to say, including myself. But there's no really credible resource except for a couple. Like I guess when Nate the Hate would speak, I would pay attention a little bit more. Even though Super Mario Day 64 was dead wrong on the Switch, dead wrong. But his analysis was so good that I still rock with him. But he was pretty much like, it's gonna be a home console, and he was adamant. And then it came out, it was like, nope, it's a hybrid. And he had to eat crow for a little while. But his analysis on a lot of things I like with Dave. But with that being said, like, man, I have a strong belief it's gonna come out in 2024. I hope it's not Christmas next year. I hope it's not September next year. If it's the summer, I hope it's early summer. I hope it's like May, June, right there in the beginning. But that's all I can say. All right, let's see. Steve M says, I know one YouTuber that won't be reporting on the new Switch. What happened? Hey, Steve, hold on. Listen, I've been seeing this pop up on Twitter, but I don't know what's the backstory on Jared the Completionist? Was he like a fraud or something? I saw somebody else tweet about. As a matter of fact, I saw Doc Trade 81. He reported he called him. He kind of called him a fraud, but I didn't know why. What's the story on this guy here? I need to research it, but if you can cut my research time down, I'll be gladly appreciative of it. Let's see, what did I stop at? It said, essentially, until Nintendo itself says that it's ready to talk about the successor to the Switch, don't get too excited about the rumor mill is churning out, or else you may find yourself disappointed. It's true. Are you excited to see this Nintendo is cooking up the Switch 2? Okay, I'm not reading the rest of that. Okay, yeah, we're all excited. I think we all want a new console. We all would like, since a tablet power, we always excited when Nintendo dropped something new and fresh. I think the only system I was like, yeah, when the Wii first came out, when they first shown it, I was like, oh, what is that? I looked at that controller, I was like, nope, I'm not. But then I saw Wii Sports, and I was like, okay, I'm sold. It was that quick. I was like, I'm sold. Yep, Put me down. As soon as I saw Switch Sports, I was like, okay, I know for sure this is going to get bought. Oh, all right, good. Let's read Steve's comment. He said, the completionist claimed that people donating to his family's charity, that the money was going to for dementia research, but it didn't until then, years later, when he got. Hold on. When he got what? Did he get dementia? Mo Squid, what's going on, man? It's been a minute since you've been on the channel, man. Said mishandling the funds from his charity. Ooh, saying it's being donated to various places for dementia, but the funds had never left his charity account. Ooh, you can't play around with people's money, man. That's one thing. People don't like a thief. People don't like you to be not honest either. But Moat Squid, let me get you on the board, man. Moat Squid. Let me get you. All right, you on there. Man, that's crazy. I did not know that. But yeah, man, listen, you can't be taking people money, man. Don't base your principles on a lie, man, because you know what, he's pretty much ruined his whole career. Just, that money, man. I've been talking to my kids and talking to my students about the love of money, man. Sometimes people can love it so much, man, that they'll make really corrupt decisions real quick. And jeopardize everything they got just for a couple of dollars. Caught by two YouTubers who invested the tax who investigated the tax filings for his family's charity. Dang. Dang. I'm telling you, man, do not play around with people. People got time on their hands and they will investigate you. Don't investigate me because I don't got nothing to do. That's why, listen, I would prefer that I give what I got. Listen, that's why every week I love to give, because at the end of the day, I know who blesses me with all my gifts, and it's not nobody else but him upstairs. So, oh man, that's bad. Can't play around with people, man. People would say, "Hey, man, what's going on? I didn't hear nothing else." Let's investigate. Quay3 said, watch his response video. It is lengthy. His mother died early in his childhood from dementia. His yearly Indian Land charity stream went to that cause. So, okay, but did the cause get the money? I just want. I don't know how. So are they saying that he didn't get the money, or was he really giving the money? I don't know. Speaking of dementia, man, listen, a couple things, man. Some of you guys on this stream, you guys are a little bit older, but man, telling you, a couple things I would tell you to do right now, man. Make sure, man, you are, because the food that we are ingesting it's not quality food. You gotta make sure you pace your body with certain minerals. I would tell you, man, buy you some Celtic salt, man. I tell you, because Celtic salt has so many minerals in it. We people that get dementia, man. Listen, it tell you from a couple things, man. Your body is deficient in certain minerals and parasites. You wouldn't think you got them in your body, man, but you got some other people living in your body, man, living off of you, and you gotta get that stuff about you. So definitely take care of your health, man. Take care of your health. Golly, that's crazy. Quay said he made the donation after the investigation. Oh, okay. So they investigated and said, hey, the money hasn't left yet, and then he said, oh, I'm gonna go ahead and donate it. Oh, so now he's in repair mode. Well, I feel bad for him then. You know what? Because that got to be tough. You know what? You're like, hey, I'm trying to do the right thing, but I mean, I know how life gets busy sometimes, but I might have to check his response. So, do you think his response was sincere? That would be the good question. Now I want to watch it now because you know what? I'm a communications major, so I like to watch people's responses because I can kind of figure out if they're telling me the truth. So, I've seen the reactions to that response video saying at least some of it was true or was a changed story from his previous claims. That's crazy. Steve says his response video failed to explain everything, and then he threatened lawsuits. You can't be in a bad situation and then threaten those. That was like whoever his people was around him should have helped him say, hey man, don't go this direction. You know what I'm saying? You can't infuriate people who have nothing but time on their hands, because then they'll start digging deeper and finding out other stuff, and then more of your stuff get exposed. That's crazy. He said threatened lawsuits now. The call between him and the other YouTubers have leaked, and it shows he was trying to keep this stuff quiet. God almighty. See, that's what you don't do. Just be truthful. Just tell the truth. You are by far better than just telling the truth. Don't play around with people's money. Don't play around with people's money, man. If you say you're going to do something, do it. That's crazy. Steve says, I'm not saying that he had malicious intent, but he absolutely lied, knowing during IndieLand live stream, it's not all him either, that he is just the guy on the camera who was taking most of the blame. Well, you know what? If this, like for me, it's like if I that's like me saying I'm gonna have this Christmas stream and I'm gonna have these gift cards, and I'm going to give these gift cards away, and I say you won, you won, you won, you won, and you won, but I don't send you guys the cards. Instead, I upload them myself. Oh, video, I send you the code. All right, I take a picture of the code, right, and you put it in, and then it don't work. You know what? It's like it's the same thing. It's like, you know what? If you're gonna be that figurehead, like if I'm gonna be this figurehead to say I'm gonna do a Christmas tree and then don't do the Christmas tree, then I'm the butthole. You know what? I gotta take that L. Most good said, I'm not sure, but I believe only parts of what is in the account has been donated. This is said most critics talk about it, and it was where I got most money from. Gotcha. Steve M says, this all may have started as a mistake on his part, then became a situation he didn't want to hurt his reputation, so he lied to the public while trying to fix things, but he should have just been honest. Yeah. He should have just been like, listen, hey, I'm not perfect. I made a mistake. You know what? For whatever reason, yeah, but when you start trying to figure out ways to be deceptive, you know what? What's done in the dark typically comes to light. So I pray for that brother, man. You know, I don't want to sit here and criticize him. I don't even know the guy, but I know I've been in situations where, you know what, man, listen, I had egg in my face, and so when you get egg on your face, your best way to do is to own it and say, hey, this is what I did. You know, this is how I plan to fix it, and push forward. Most critics says most critics is specific YouTubers I was referring to, by the way. Okay, gotcha. You know what? I would tell you, my time here on YouTube, I've learned a lot of this little, like, you know, by the way, just to be honest, I would have never learned those things if I wasn't here. See, Gaming Jazz is legit. I won Adobe Switch controller 2 years ago, and that gets used almost daily. Hey, man, listen. First, I love hearing those kind of stories, man. Thanks, Quake, man. Listen, you right, man. Listen, I thank God that I'm not the same Dave I was when I was 16. You know, you do a lot of things when you're 16 and you don't have money. And I did some things that I've had to ask God for repentance for. You know, I mean, I remember not having money for toys, and me and my partners going to Toys R Us and stealing. Like I said, I was a kid. All right. No shame in my game. We didn't have money. I grew up super dirt poor. I knew it was coming into my household. You know what? And but you know what? I had to repent for those sins. I'm not perfect. Not perfect at all. But I try to live my life every day now to be better than I was when I was 16, and better than I was when I was 13. You know what? And I didn't have God as my guidance. But since I've been saved, man, thank you, Jesus. I mean, I still fail. I fail daily, but I ain't doing the things I was doing. Amen to that. All right. But I appreciate you, Quake, man. Listen, I'm glad that I have not had a situation. I only had one situation where a guy saw my stream and acted like he was the winner, and got the other guys. I think he either acted like he was CMG. Somehow, some way, CMG didn't get his code because some other guy tried to imitate him. I know it might have been CMG. It might have been somebody else. However, that happened to me one time, and I was like, you know what? After that, I was like, I had to switch up the way I do it. So when I have new winners, I'll be like, man, listen, if you're a new winner, you know, you gotta reach out to me, because you know you gotta be on the stream, because I'll be like, hey, I don't want to give your card away to somebody else. You know, you gotta let me know your handle, how you get known, all that good stuff. So crazy, man. People are very deceptive. Hey, let's look at the poll real quick. Will Nintendo release a Nintendo Switch Mini? That's the poll question on YouTube. Currently, 36% says yes, and 64% says no. I'm with the yes crowd. I think it's going to happen. Any way to make, you know, think about it. Any way Nintendo going to continue to make money, they're going to continue to make money. They are going to continue to milk that cow, which is Switch. They're That thing is going to get milked and milked and milked and milked. And don't let this Switch Mini be dockable. I tell you that's the one thing. If I say, listen, you say, what's the one thing that'll make you buy it? If it's dockable, oh, but it's gonna sell. If it's dockable, man, it's going to absolutely sell. Because that's I remember working at GameStop and having parents like, why this thing doesn't connect to the TV? I'm like, because it's a difference. You let a mini come out and it's dockable, buddy, you got a home run. A mini that's dockable and it's like, under $20. Let's say if it's like, $150. I mean, the sweet spot is $100. A sweet spot is $99. That's the sweet spot. They can absolutely sell a mini right now. I mean, they can sell it in the heat of Switch 2 getting ready to release. They can release that bad boy and sell for $100 to sell. It'll sell out. That's just my opinion. All right, good people. Listen, let's get back to a couple. So what time is it? 9:41. Sega has filed more trademarks for the classic franchises such as Shinobi, etc. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm hyped for a lot of these games that Sega announced at the Game Awards. Like that Shinobi game, it just gives me Metroid / Prince of Persia vibes. You know that? Because you know what? Prince of Persia comes out next month, real soon, and I will be picking that game up. Let's read the article. I want to see did they announce any other games. Okay, no. This ain't nothing. This is the ones they already show. Oh, let me tell you what. No, because House of Dead wasn't on there. Afterburner. Okay, I remember Afterburner. What is Alex the Kid? Anybody remember Alex the Kid? What's going on, John Samurai? Y'all remember Alex the Kid? I don't remember that. But House of the Dead, man. House of the Dead on a Dreamcast was that deal. So if they remake House of the Dead, oh man, they got one. I can tell you right now, I never was a big Super Monkey Ball fan, so I would skip Super Monkey Ball. Streets of Rage, okay, they got me. Shinobi, absolutely, day one. Outrun could be dope. House of the Dead, they got me day one. Crazy Taxi, I never was a big Crazy Taxi fan. Afterburner. Now, Afterburner, that's a Sega Master System game. I will be picking up Afterburner. I don't know what Alex the Kid is, so I couldn't tell you. But you know what? But that's dope. I mean, shout out to Sega, man. Shout out to Sega. I think this was a smart move. I think you're going to find out there's more companies that jump on the ball. I'm telling you, the next person I believe that would do this here should be Capcom. Capcom got some games that I'm like, oh man, I would absolutely love to play. So I hope it's Capcom. Excuse me. But yeah, shout out to Sega, man. I just hope more companies start looking at their legacy titles and say, hey man, how do I bring them up to speed? Because some of them games, I have lineage. I really, really hope. I know this is a side comment, but I really, really hope that from that merger between Activision and Xbox, that they re-release those Transformer games. Those Transformer games were absolutely great games that need to be brought into light. He said, what about Sega Sonic and Tails? The trademarks for some of these old games. He says Sega has once again trademarked a number of its classic franchises since the revelation at this month's The Gaming Awards revealed that they are working on a new Jet Set Radio and Crazy Taxi games. The latest batch of trademarks include Outrun and Shinobi, among others. The Japanese company has previously said that it wishes to revitalize some of its older franchises which hadn't been touched for years. So this is the list of the trademarks. And you know what? House of the Dead was my thing. That was like one of my favorite games on the Dreamcast. I mean, yeah, I used to play it in the arcade, but when it came to the Dreamcast, it was on and popping. Man, shout out to the Dreamcast. What a great system, man. The other thing about all the systems that I picked up day one, it's not too many systems that I didn't buy day one. Like, I didn't buy the original Nintendo because when that thing first came out, it had Robot Rob, and that bad boy was expensive. So I didn't get a Nintendo until probably a year after when they broke it down and had just the system for, $89. That was like my cup of tea. $89 was a lot of money, but I had a paper route, so I saved up and saved up and saved up, and I eventually got me one. So yeah, that. But John Samurai, let me get you on the board, man. Did I get Cool? I got Cool Breezy on the board. I have to make sure. John Samurai. And then John Samurai Twitch. All right, got you on the board. All right. Quake311 says, Streets of Rage and Crazy Taxi. I wish Sony would revise Twisted Metal. Yeah, you know what? Listen, remember, I don't know if y'all what was the name of that fighting game? Remember when the PlayStation first came out, they had that one arena fighting game where they kind of like, I forgot the name of it. But that game was good. I can't think of the name of it to save my life. It was like one of the first games they had for the system that launched with the system. I forgot. My days of PlayStation, I don't have it's not a whole lot of PlayStation games. I was like, man, I just gotta have that game. Was NFL Game Day was one of my favorite on the original PlayStation. NBA Live 98 and 99, dope basketball games. What else? Of course, the Crash Bandicoots. Those were dope. But I don't have a lot of good memories of the original PlayStation. Tekken. My introduction to Tekken was on that original PlayStation. Martial law, run up somebody's chest and turn around landing on them. Classic. That's why I can't wait to a Tekken 8. Tekken 8, man. We're getting old, man. We're getting old. All right. Let's see. But shout out to Sega, man. I hope more people just jump on the ball. To be honest, man, I'm gonna be really happy whenever this second round of Metal Gear Solid Collection comes out, and if rumor has it correct that Metal Gear Solid 4 will be on that collection, and to me that's my favorite Metal Gear Solid. Man, I love that game. I will play that. I need to figure out. I don't want to. Well, I might have to emulate. I need to figure out how to emulate because I need that on my Steam Deck. That would be dope. All right. But you know what? Somebody else that needs to really take a cue out of Sega, and we talked about this last week, is Sony. I mean, is Xbox, man. They got so many great titles, man. I will continue to say this. Xbox, the Series X is a dope system. They just don't have any software to kind of really match it. There's no way, man. You got Banjo-Kazooie. You don't have a game. They don't have a game that's that draws kids into their system. Once again, man, whoever making these decisions at the top, man, you need to hire some gamers that play games and figure out what needs to happen. All right, real quick, I'll just kind of go through. Because it's almost 10 o'clock. Let's see. Let's see what Game Informer is talking about. Man, you know what? Listen, I found this out today. You know what? Max Payne voice actor James McCaffrey passes away at 65. Wow. You know what, man? When I start seeing a lot of people just pass away, to me, 65, man, it's not really, it's not old, man. And so I'll be looking at my own stuff, my own body, man, I'm 48, man, getting ready to turn 49 in a couple months, 5 months, rather. But still, I be really not nowadays. I'm really cautious of my health, what I eat, what I drink, and tell you, man, it's a constant battle. But shout out to Max Payne voice actor. Max Payne, another game that needs to be revitalized. An updated version of Max Payne will be super dope, man. Super dope. Game Awards winner Sea of Stars surpasses 4 million players since launch. Did anybody pick up this game? You know what? I wish I had like a lot of time. That's my issue. I wish I had one job that made a lot of money where I didn't have to work other jobs. That's what I'm aiming for. That's the reason why, like your boy Gaming Dad is getting ready to go back to school because I'm like, man, I got to be a principal. I need that principal bread. Cause they had people that's principals. I was like, man, listen, you shouldn't be doing nothing. But I need that principal money. Let's see. Naughty Dog seeks development of The Last of Us Online. Yeah, they should. Cause you know what? Now I spoke in length about a lot of these free to play games, and some of them are really good. Like, you know, like I think Fortnite did a great job. And I think Fortnite is to this day is probably still really playable, and it nickels and dime you, but it don't nickel and dime me. If I have it, nickel dimes the younger crowd. But I think they did a good job. And I understand why it had so many legs. Their issue, once again, they got greedy. Epic Games got greedy. They should have never went to battle. Think about how much more money they would have made if they would have kept their ties with Google Play and with Apple. That was stupid. That was like whoever said this was a good decision. That was stupid. You was already paying the 30%, man. Pay the 30%, man. People gonna play your game. People gonna play your system. They're gonna buy your coin. You'll still make money hand over fist. But you just can't get greedy. And that's what they did. And so it backfired. So Sony and Naughty Dog, I think this is a great decision for them to put their moonwalking shoes on and back out the situation because they weren't going to make a lot of money. Because people are tired of getting nickel and dimed. Like I was like, man, I can't do it. You're not getting all this money out of me. Quake says Sea of Stars is on Game Pass and PS. Oh, say less. So I might pick it up on Switch. I did 5 to 10 hours, and it was similar to Mario RPG gameplay. Okay, so that's great info. That's great intel. Most Quick says Bungie came in and told them they were going to be able to make the game without devoting a ton of their studio to it. Well, I guess it was too much because they didn't moonwalk about there. It says Naughty Dog explained it made the incredibly difficult decision to cancel the project after it apparently became so big that the studio realized it would need to devote previous resources to support it post-launch for years to come. See, yeah, right, man. Give me a game, man, that just gonna have a beginning and an ending and get some okay online play, and there it is. You know what? I really hope Metro Prime 4 has an online segment, because I think if you ever played Metro Prime Hunters on the DS, that game was good, man. That game was good. It was short, but it was good. Has anybody played this game, Lord of the Fallen? I keep hearing good things about it. But once again, all I see is Trials of the Spirit, DLC, spend more money. No, man, just give me a game that's all in. Just give me. Now, this is dope. God of War Ragnarok Valhalla is so much more than just a roguelike DLC. And it's free. To me, all right, I'm cool with that. You got a dope game, you got a release. If you want to give me free DLC to keep me engaged in your game, fine. I'm with that 120%. But if you got to keep buying it, ooh, it's better be exciting. It's not a lot of DLC that I've ever paid for. But I will say that I pay for everything on Smash. And if you look at it, you probably paid Smash. You probably bought it twice if you bought a DLC. Smash to me was a phenomenon for me. I was like, oh man, I just love this little game. And Smash is so good, man. You can pick it up and play it anytime. It's like a party favorite at my house. My kids are all here. Their friends and girlfriends is over. We putting on Smash. We playing Mario Kart. We playing Nintendo Switch Sports. We all over the place. But it's dope, man. Dope. Shout out to Nintendo. I have not downloaded the I haven't even opened God of War right now because I'm still playing God of War. I know. Let's see. Oh, this is another question. Has anybody played Baldur's Gate 3? I'm not, because it's I don't really need to have games when I gotta have relationships and stuff like that. This turns me off as a gamer. I just want to play and fight some more and then play. That's it. All right, let's pop up out of here. Let me review. Hold on. Let's see. He said, I'm on it right now. He says, Dave says, I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3. All right, so tell me your honest opinions of both games. And was it deserving of Game of the Year? That's a good question. That should have been the poll question. Was Baldur's Gate 3 deserving of Game of the Year? All right, hold on. I'm trying. Oh, here it is on Kotaku. Wow. Mark Zuckerberg's $100 million bunker sounds right out of a video game. Wow. When you got money, man, listen, when you got money like this here, then if I had $100 million, if I had his money, I would have multiple bunkers. I think it's a smart move. Very smart move. And he has the money and the research power to really do some things down there to kind of, revolutionize his whole little ecosystem. So the relationship thing is not a true focus of the game. You can easily engage in many hours of really fun gameplay and just blow off the player interaction if you want to. Okay, all right. So good. That's a great intel. Like, you know what? I think I might pick this up on Steam. I think this might be I think I might pick this up on Steam. Dave says, I haven't gotten really far into Baldur's Gate 3 because I keep restarting. Then I didn't have time to play it at all the time. So I like how many options there are in the game and on how you can play. Okay. All right. Some more great intel. Good people, real quick, don't forget to get your vote on. If you're on YouTube right now, don't forget to get your vote on. Will Nintendo Switch release a Nintendo Switch Mini? I'm with the yes crowd. Yes is 36%, but I know has a score of 64%. Quay says, I was too busy playing Tears of the Kingdom this year. Multiplayer, Far Cry 5 and 6. Other games, man, they should have a Far Cry collection, and they should release that bad boy on the Switch too. It's so many good games that I didn't really get to play on other systems. Yeah, I bet will be super dope on this system. That's why, to me, a Nintendo Switch Mini is the perfect RPG weapon. It is. Oh, if you play RPGs, especially JRPGs, having a Nintendo Switch Mini is probably like the best thing ever. Pokemon will probably be the absolute best on a Mini. If it's small enough, if they make it small enough and it controls pretty well, and it feels okay in the hands, it's probably like the best thing ever. Something to think about, Nintendo. Excuse me. So basically, the depth and build crafting of D&D, but without having to interact with people. Well, that's saying something. Dave says, get Dave. Said, I like the characters so far, and the battles are pretty cool. If you like turn-based battles that need some strategy. Okay. Now, see, this is a great question. I'm asking sincerely. You're talking to a guy who has never really got into turn-based strategy games and kind of been really dissing them. Like, I don't have time for that. What would be, and this might have to be the question, what would be a great starter turn-based strategy game? I'm asking everybody in the chat. What would be a great place to start to a person who is absolutely a noob? Because this right here is not a turn-based strategy. This right here is my cup of tea. I mean, I totally is digging this game here. Great story, man. Golly. Great fight scenes, incredible fight scenes. Not just great, they're incredible. XCOM. Wow. Is XCOM on Steam? And okay, wait, why XCOM? Because I would like to get it. I want something that's not too difficult but has a good story. Because to me, story catches me every time. It's one of the reasons why I started playing Fire Emblem, because I mean the beginning, the story caught me off guard so good. I was like, man, this is deep. And then I got lost and started doing the turn-based stuff. I was like, man. I said, man, I might have to watch a tutorial to play this game. But back to Mark Zuckerberg and his $100 million bunker. Shout outs to him. I mean, if you had the money, I don't know, what you had to do to get that money, but Activision to settle discrimination suit for $54 million. So Xbox had to cough up $54 million because they own them now. So Activision Blizzard has the subject of scrutiny in several years now due to its alleged boys club corporate culture. That's crazy, man. That's too bad. Let's see. Let me get out of the Kotaku for a minute. Go to see what GameSpot is talking about. Really ain't nothing. Tell you, man, the news stories, man, has been really, they've been scraping the bottom of the barrel. Okay. I had a story to this. Dang. Jonathan Majors found guilty of harassment and assault. The Marvel star was found guilty on 2 of the 4 counts leveled against him. Dang. That's Jack. It says just hours after the verdict was announced. Wow. That's bad. But I don't know. I said this last week, and I'm trying to think. Blue Eye Samurai was good. I will say that again. Blue Eye Samurai was good from beginning. Was it raunchy? Yes. Something you don't watch with your kids? Absolutely. Do not watch this with your kids. If you can get past that part, it had a great story. If you like if you like samurai, and it reminds me of a samurai movie that's mixed with some John Wick, and she a female. It's dope. I can listen. I'm so glad that they already have announced a season 2 for that, and that needed to happen. So if you get a chance, man, you really want something good to watch, Blue Eye Samurai. It might start off kind of slow in that first episode, but it picks up, buddy, and it's ruthless. It is that's a ruthless show, but it's good though. I have to admit, me and my wife was definitely satisfied after watching that. All right, let's see. Most Squid says, I play shooters and I dislike most games that aren't shooters. Try XCOM by a friend recommendation, and I personally couldn't stick it. Baldur's Gate 3 has taken over my life as one of my favorite games ever. God, that's a big time compliment. Quay says, Mario Rabbids is XCOM for kids. Great action and strategy. Oh, okay. I might have to look for that on Steam. I hope that's on Steam, because I wouldn't mind trying something different. Dave Dove says, I don't play a ton of turn-based strategy games, but I love Fire Emblem Three Houses. Yeah, that's the one I have. It says Fire Emblem is, in general, Advance Wars is pretty good, and they just made a remaster of the first 2 games. Okay. I did see that for sure. You know, listen, man, talking to you, Dave, man, I might have to go back into the Fire Emblem cabinet and try it again. So I'll say Fire Emblem is more difficult, but there's a lower difficulties in the modern ones. You can turn off permadeath. I personally think Advanced Wars will be easier to get into. Okay. All right. So I got 2, maybe 3 that I need to turn into. Like my daughter has Mario vs. Rabbids. I know we bought it for her one year, and I don't think she played it, but I might have to try it. Just might. All right. Let's see. I feel bad for Jonathan Majors. But, I mean, it's the industry in which he lives in now. All right, good people. Listen, I think that's going to be about it for consoles. I mean, for games. Yeah, I think that's better. I think we're going to go ahead and jump into the wheel, because all the major stories I kind of already talked about. That was. I'm going to check one more time before I didn't check Microsoft. Let me check Microsoft and PlayStation there. So Microsoft is offering big discounts Xbox Series X for this holiday season. Let's see what they got. Oh, this is for the systems. I was hoping for the games. Let's see. I know I got a PlayStation tab. We'll look at PlayStation, then we'll call it a day. Save on select games at Best Buy, including a few of this year's biggest releases. How much is this final? If I would say, even for $40, I think this is a darn good game. Final Fantasy is pretty good. From what I hear, Assassin's Creed plays like the old original. So if you're a big fan of Assassin's Creed, definitely give them a check out. I bought this for I think I bought this for my son last year, and I know he didn't play it. That's bad, you know. Now, Lords of the Fallen. See, I heard a lot of good things about this game. Oh, it's still $50 though. Gotta come lower than that, buddy. Is Lord of the Fallen, is that on Steam? Anybody know that? If it's on Steam? I need to check that out. Resident Evil 4 is a classic. Pick that up. I heard Lies of P was pretty good. A friend of mine picked it up. Don't know about Armored Core 6 or what that is. Mortal Kombat 1. You know what? When a Sonic game is good, my kids will play it all the time. And my son stopped playing it, Sonic Superstars. So, and they both bought it. I think they beat it and was like, yeah. All right, good people. I'm gonna get off. We're gonna get out of here. Let's go ahead and it's a 10-10 right now. Let's go ahead and jump into this wheel. Let's see. Boop, 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 boop. All right, good people. Listen, go ahead. Before we get started, man, if you have not jumped on and you do not see your name on the board, let a brother know right now before we go ahead and get started. Your boy Gaming Dad is on the board. And if I win tonight, I'm giving it to my sister, Raquel Jackson, who came in and chimed in off of Facebook. I'm going to go ahead and give her my winnings if I win tonight. But before we get started, if anybody else that want to jump on, this is your opportunity. Before we get started, we got 16 people on the wheel still. That's great. It's great odds. If you are we are live currently on Twitch, and we're not live. We're live on Twitch and Facebook. Something happened with my connection with Twitter, so I got to figure that out. But so if you're not on those two platforms, if you're on Twitch right now, jump in and say what up, though, to your boy and get yourself on the board. If not, man, we're going to go ahead and get started. All right. Oh, I checked. I don't know why I hit this thing again. I messed it up. All right, there we go. All right, good people. Listen, you know how we do. I'm going to get my sound effects together. You know if your name is picked.
You are out of here.
Peter Griffin, come on in and let you know that you're about this piece. And without any further ado, because it's wheel time, let me sit up in my seat. Let's find out tonight who will be getting this dub. All right, who will be our first loser tonight? But don't forget, good people, listen, hey, if you like this content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the like button, good people. Stop what you're doing right now. Jump out, hit the like button, come back. But also, don't forget, next Saturday, 8 p.m. is going down. And you know what, man? Shout out to my boy Greta Tactics. You know what? His job is forcing him not to be able to attend the streams anymore. And I'm kind of sad, at least for a little while, too, for a nice little while. So he won't be on the Christian stream, but he has asked and requested that he be put on the wheel. And I'm going to put him on there because, you know what? He's been a loyalist to the channel. So got to look out for my boy. I know he'll probably watch the show later. So without any further ado, let's go ahead and get into the wheel. Let's see who will be our first loser of the night. And see who would that be. And Supersonic Mike and J is out of there. Peace out, my brother. Peace, love, and soul. Who's up next to catch the flex and will be our next person on the board? It's last week's winner, Bazard YT. 24/7 YT is out of there. Greta Tactics is getting the pink controller this year. Yes, sir. I got a fresh, brand new one ready with his name on it. But you know what he asked me to do? He says, if he wins anything, to donate it to Mendez. He said he's never going to stop getting on Mendez's head. All right, good people. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be, look like it's going to be your boy. Gaming Dad is out of here. Early in the wheel cycle. We got 13 people left here, ladies and gentlemen. 13 people left. Don't forget, get your vote on. Will Nintendo Switch release a new Nintendo Switch Mini this year? And Steve M would not know because he's out of here. And peace out, my brother. Peace. All right. Current poll situation. We got 43% says yes, they will release a Nintendo Switch Mini. 57% says no. I'm telling you, it was a big margin at first, but now it's shrinking. Coming into balance. All right, good people. Who's up next to catch the flex and get that exit ticket left? Who's exiting left tonight? From that state that's beneath Michigan. Cool Breezy is out of here. Please exit left. Cool Breeze is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. We're down to 11 people on the Wheels of Steel. He is for real. Molt Squid look like it's close. Molt Squid is out of here. All right. Who's up next? What did the sheep say? Hey. What did the sheep say? SOC, channel moderator, is only here once in a while. He's out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out, SOC. How's your homeboy? Man, it never gets old. All right, we're down to 9. But man, she fine. Who is up next? Oh, it's just like Geeky. Geeky Chick is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Go check her channel out, man. I'm telling you, man. Listen, she doing dope things. You know what? Geeky, y'all had a meeting the other day. I missed it. I put it on Discord. We got to get together before Christmas. Got to make it happen. We got to make it happen. All right. Who's up next to catch the flex and be our second loser of the night? And it will be my brother from New York, CMG.
You lose.
Is out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Out of here. We're down to 7 people. 7 people. Let's keep it pushing. And who will be our winner tonight? Our winner tonight is Raquel Jackson, but
Psych.
Better luck next time. Slugheads.
she is out of here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And we're down to our final 6 in the mix. Who's up next to catch the flex? And it will be Dave Dub.
You lose.
Is out of here. Peace out, Dave. All right. Down to 5. Who's left to be alive tonight? And it will be a Samurai.
You are out of here.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our final 4. Sonic Knuckle Tails is back in the winner's circle again, my friend. That man Victor is on the winner's circle, my friend. Butternogs representing Twitch in the building is in the circle, my friend. And John Samurai Twitch is in the circle, my friend. But there can only be one winner. And there will only be 2 for the showdown. So let's see who the next 2 off the board tonight. Who will be first? And then like it's gonna be John Samurai's Twitch is out of here. Peace out. Who's up next to catch all this flex? Oh, that man Victor is out of here. Oh, let's get you. You stayed on the whole time. Bless you. Listen, you made me want to cry. I love you. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me, though. I appreciate you. CMG says, well, I'm out of here. Yeah, man, you was gone a long time ago. That man Victor is out of here. And ladies and gentlemen, we're down to our final 2 on our Wheels of Steel. It is the winner from 2 weeks ago. Sonic Knuckle Tails is back in the winner's circle, and Butternogs 23. Who will it be? But it can only be one. It can only be one. Nick Cannon on the drums, ladies and gentlemen. Nick Cannon. Please hit me with them drums, please. Come on, Nick. Where's it? Where's Nick at? Oh, there you go. Nick Cannon right there on the drums. Hit it, please. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's winner will be Sonic Knuckle Tails come through again, my friend. Butternogs is out of here. Peace out, my brother. Tonight's winner is Sonic Knuckle Tails. Kids, give him a round of applause. Sonic Knuckle Tails is our winner tonight. Well, good people, listen. You know how I do. I like to end my show always with a prayer because you know what? God has been so good to me that he allowed me to do some things that I like to do. I remember being a kid and being asked when I was in high school what did I want to be, and I said I wanted to work for Nintendo. And you know what? And I prayed about it, and somehow, some way, God still made it happen, even in my 40s. I don't work for Nintendo per se for Nintendo, but I work in a manner which provides me so much of an income and allows me to do things that I like to do, and it's on my terms, and I absolutely love it. I'm so grateful. That's the reason why I like to pray for those who stayed up and hung out with me. You took a part of your time out this year and was like, you know what? I'm going to hang out with Gaming Dad, and we're gonna talk about some gaming news. And you could be doing anything else on this earth at this time, but you chose to hang out with me, and I'm so grateful. So let me pray. Dear Heavenly Father, I give you the honor and the glory and the praise this wonderful evening, and I thank you for these people who I can call friends, who decided to take time out of their day to come out and talk about video games, Lord. I thank you for allowing me to pray for them. And I pray, Lord, that you bless them spiritually, emotionally, and financially. I pray, Lord, that you deliver them from evil and keep all evildoers away from them. I pray that you bless their friends and their families this holiday season. And I pray, Lord, that they can be a blessing to others. I pray, Lord, that everything they touch, Lord, is glorified by you, Lord. And I pray that they seek your kingdom first before they make their own decisions. I thank you, Lord, for this, giving me the opportunity to intercede on their behalf and bring them up to you in prayer. I thank you, Lord. I pray, Lord, you bless my family and friends this wonderful season. I pray, Lord, that you bless me as a father, as a coach, as a friend, as a husband. I just pray, Lord, that your spirit be upon me and that you work through me. And I pray, Lord, for those who are on the stream tonight, that you bless them this holiday and they have a wonderful relationship with their family and friends. And I thank you and I love you. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen. Good people. It's your boy, Gaming Dad, and I'm out of here. But you know how to end my streams? I always like to end it in prayer, and I always like to end it towards the immortal words of Don Cornelius. Most Squid said, good show, see you around. Yeah, man, come back through, man. Come back on Saturday. I'm giving out a ton of stuff, man. I'm giving out a free copy of Mario Wonder. I already got the code right here for you. It's going to be a digital code. I'm giving out tons of eShop cards. I'm giving out some Steam cards. So, I mean, it should be fun. So definitely come through. I'm giving out some controllers. I'm giving out a Nintendo Switch OLED Satisfy grip. So, you know, I'm getting out some good things, man. So definitely come through, man, and get your name on the board and say what's up and share this out. You know, I'm gonna get ready to plan and get it ready to take care of tonight. So, CMG says, congrats. Sonic Tail says $20. Listen, man, I'm telling you, listen, I love the fact that I'm able to give you an opportunity, man, to get some free games and bless other people. And good night, Raquel. Thank you. This is your boy, Gaming Dad. You know I like to end my show with the immortal words of Don Cornelius. Peace, love, and soul, good people. Your boy, Gaming Dad, is out. Peace.